Good evening and welcome back to Celtic, Ajax versus Celtic in the Como Cup. The first of two games that Celtic are going to play this pre-season in Italy. It's the last two games of pre-season. We'll see where we go after that. That is the team that will play tonight. Kasper Schmeichel, Tony Ralston, Dane Murray, Liam Scales and Kieran Tierney at the back. Sitting in front of them will be the front two, or will be the midfield holding two of Callum McGregor and Benji, and then sitting in front of them will be the three of Rio Hatate in the middle with Yang and Dyson Maeda at this wing, and then Adam Ida through the middle. That will be the team, and there'll be wholesale changes around about the 60th minute mark. So it'll be interesting to see how the team does set up. Welcome back, Baz, says Kaiser. Welcome to you, Kaiser. Got a feel for the staff in this heat wave. I'm not even going to say that one out loud. Anyway, the teams will be coming out shortly. They will be on the training pitch. They will be on the pitch, warming up as we speak. Let's get Celtic television all warmed up. And it's going to be an interesting game to watch because this should be the toughest test. They're further ahead than what Newcastle United were in their warm-up of the game. I just remembered to unplug something. Why? 2 seconds. Oh, God. Jesus. The awkward moment when you unplug your Fire Stick by mistake. Not that I'm watching it on an illegal stream. Not at all. And I don't recommend that anyone does. I thought Yang was leaving. Yeah, he was meant to be leaving, but Celtic pulled the plug on it due to the fact that we have no one to take over him from. Ultimately, there's no one that can take over from Yang on the bench. He is the best of the bad bunch, as you could say. You've got James Forrest. James Forrest isn't going to last 90 minutes every single game towards now and the end of the forthcoming season. And then you've got... Not at all, Tom. And then you've got Marco Tilio. And Marco Tilio wants out the building as well. So, it's... Celtic TV all the way. Yep, it is Celtic TV. But we'll wait and see what happens tonight. I think it's going to be a good test for the likes of Dane Murray. This will see how ready Dane Murray is for Champions League games. Liam Scales playing beside him. That's an interesting one because who then pulls ranks? Dane Murray, for me, is just as good as player as Liam Scales. Some say he might even be better than Liam Scales. Obviously, you've got Tierney and then Ralston at the back. Tony Ralston's having some good amount of game time this pre-season. And the reality is with no one to put pressure on Tony Ralston. Tony Ralston's in that position and he knows fine well that there's not really anybody else in the team that can put pressure on him. When Alistair Johnson comes back, Alistair Johnson's going to come back and walk straight into the team. He's a far better player than Tony Ralston. No disrespect to Tony at all, because I think Tony Ralston's a fantastic player and he'll run through brick walls for you. But there's no one putting a bit of pressure on him to make him better. To try and make him that little bit better, to try and put pressure on Alistair Johnston. But it is what it is. McGregor, Benji in midfield. I think it'll be interesting to watch those two tonight. Ajax will be petrified at the sight of Dane Murray. How would you know, Gareth? Have you been on certain sites that you do not want to tell us about? What's going on with this? Updating. For me, it's about the subs. It will all be about the subs tonight, and if it's like the Newcastle game, And when we made the wholesale changes on the 67th minute, will they be able to play the exact same? I think that they will. When you look at it, the subs, the bench, it's a strong bench. Carter Vickers, Kenny, Shin Yamada, Arne Engels, Bernardo, you could say there's where the strength is. James Forrest, there's a lot of experience on that bench. So, we're not too far off, but we do need players in. We definitely need players in, because I still think Marco Tilio is going to be off, and Johnny Kenny could be sent out on loan. This could be one of the last games that Johnny Kenny plays for Celtic. If he doesn't get game time tonight, I think that Celtic will give him a new contract and put him out on loan. It is just my thinking. I think they'll give him a new contract, send him out on loan for a season. Because after listening to Nico Kuhn says that it was always going to be the case that he would come in for a maximum of 2 years, and then he was going to leave Celtic. It was always on the cards. So Celtic, we all know the policy that Celtic has when it comes to transfers. We all know the policy that has. Go on yourself, wee Mitch. Hail Baz, have a mare of me. Let's hope it's another win. Thank you to wee Mitch for that. I hope it's another win. I really want to get one over Ajax. I always go back to those 2 pre-season games that we played against Ajax in Ajax, and they were full of fun and games, and not for the right reason. Celtic TV ain't up and running yet. No, it was meant to be up beforehand, but as usual with Celtic television, it's somebody's maybe forgot a laptop to be able to switch it on. You've got to laugh. With all the money that we've got, and we're running. I mean, there's YouTubers, there's people on TikTok that could stream better than what Celtic can, and that's a sad reality of where we are as a club. There's TikTokers that can do better live. Why has it not got the channel history? Just announced that the game may be delayed. Well, because of that cloud. Because of that big dirty cloud. Oh, God. Tonight's opponent have named their starting 11. 8 minutes ago, Celtic are fleecing it with even more merchandise. Get your black taps. Black taps. Get your black taps here. Subscribe now to Celtic Television. My Celtic Telly isn't even doing anything yet. It's that circle of death, as you always get from it. Celtic TV sing-along. Ajax fans can be a wee bit stabby. Gareth, they shot a gun at one of the buses one year. There we go. Some Celtic TV has just turned green. They shot a bus. They shot at one of the windows of a bus, and you're like, who brings a gun to a football match? Do you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? Bonkers. Welcome to Celtic TV. I'll turn that down a bit so we don't annoy them. I'm just waiting on Celtic Television getting started. A big shout out to wee Mitch for his super chat. Hail Baz, have a beer with me. Let's hope it's another win. I think it's going to be another win. I think it's going to be tonight. I hope anyway. Ajax won, because we're not at their stadium, and their stadium can be quite intimidating in a pre-season game. I mean, I remember the one year when we were there. What was it, 2013, 14 or something? Season, I can't remember, it was that a long time ago, and you were looking at, I mean, this was a pre-season and their ultras were out in force in the stadium, and what an atmosphere. I mean, we're in the wee glass section on the top tier of the Ajax stadium, and you're thinking, that's an impressive setup. They are the Huns of the Netherlands. They're the Jewish club as well. Anyway, Big Hulk Hogan. Camel Live TV. I'm glad you added the TV. So right, did I put my scoreline on the screen there? No, I didn't, did I? Did I not? I thought I was going to put it. My score, oh there, it's there. That's what I reckon the scoreline will be. Ajax 1, Celtic 2. I think it'll be 2-1 to Celtic. Maybe 3. I think it's going to be a closer game than a lot of us think. But then again, I thought the Newcastle game was going to give... I thought Newcastle were going to give us a good game, considering they've got a player that was worth 120 million who they decided to rest. Tone's going for 3-1. Wilson QW is going for 3-3. Stephen Johnson's going for 2-1. As long as Celtic give a good account of themselves and hopefully the new formation plays well tonight. I've just noticed that as well. Jesus God. Here's the text. They'll think I'm trying to insult them. As if I were trying to insult Ajax. Of course I would. There's nothing better than trying to insult Ajax. It's the best thing ever. Joseph Davison's going for 3-2. I will wait. I said 2-1 before your prediction. Knowing our luck, it'll be another game where Celtic will turn it up. I mean, we scored 4 goals the last one, so anything is possible. Absolutely anything is possible. I'm just glad it's not in Holland, because the Fenian lamppost would have got a big lot of visitors again, and their cops would have went, "Oh, we remember you, Celtic. We remember you well." But for me, it is all going to be about... Let's take my shoes off. It is all going to be about the formation, the 4-2-3-1 formation, and how quick we play tonight. Tonight is all about Brendan Rodgers making sure that the players are up to speed. Do you know, this is it's the last 2 games of pre-season. This is where you want to make sure everyone's up to speed. Make sure that the passing's crisp. One-touch pass stuff. No dilly-dallying on the ball. No taking 2 touches and then looking for the pass. Do you know, it's all... It's at this point of pre-season, the instinctiveness of where everyone is in the pitch. You know, so you know it's just one touch pass. It's all fast moving stuff. I sent you a video on X, whether it's still the same, whether the weather is still the same an hour later. Just get on it. Oh wow, it's pissing down, isn't it? It's pissing down with rain. Imagine travelling all that way to Italy and it's absolutely chucking it down. I told you that big ugly cloud didn't look good. You'd have folk going over there with like just tracky tops on, and it's absolutely pissing down. I mean, it's like December in Scotland. Well, to be fair, it's like August in Scotland, and December, and January, and February, and March. Oh, you're going to see, when you see this game, you're going to be like, they had such romantic views of this game tonight. You know, that sunset with the lake in the background, Lake Como in the background, and the sun going down, and Celtic playing football, and just... Instead, it's fucking pissing the rain, and Kieran Tierney's going to be going, yeah, this is what I signed up for. And you should have went to Spain. God, Ajax fans will be glad of the rain. They need a wash. Yeah, they need more than a wash. Just getting my Liffey water ready. Your Liffey water. Oh, good day from Santiago. Our boys will be used to this weather. They've not had weather like this at Lennoxtown for a while. Since the beginning of the pre-season, they've kind of been away on their holidays, and had some decent weather. This game tonight, you're going to look at it when Celtic TV comes on and you're going to go, fuck, Jesus. Last night was lovely there as well. Yeah, it was. I've seen a few pictures of people that got there. And obviously the Celtic TV stuff with Brendan Rodgers at pitchside. And it was beautiful. And you're thinking, this is a nice arena. Celtic turn up and you're like, oh, fucking chucking it down, man. Chucking it down. It's games like this, though. I hope there's a boozer nearby, because it is games like this when it's pre-season and you get to half time, and there's no cover on 3 of the stands. There's no cover at all. No roofs at all on the stands. You're going to get absolute fucking drenched, just standing there in the piss and the rain. It's like, fuck this, man, I'm going to the pub. Hope there's a couple of boozers. I know there's a fan zone, but the fan zone was outside as well. What channel you got the game on, Baz? Celtic TV, but it's not even started yet. Celtic TV's way behind. The best place to be in is a volcano and the Awakening. Poly bags required, Scottish style. They'll shite it and call the game off. I don't think they can they? Because it's a pre-season friendly. You can't call a game off. I suppose you could and then play it tomorrow. Oh, don't say that. Let's see how many people. There's another thing, because Italy could be like Spain. It'll completely piss down for an hour, and then there's clear blue skies 10 minutes later. So it could be similar. But the fact that Celtic TV hasn't started yet, when they said they were going to start a good bit before, bag of cans, you're going to be gutted if you went all the way over to Italy and all you've got is shorts and t-shirts. Because I know guys that do that, and guys that travel. I've done away trips, and some guys don't even. It's like they just buy pants at Primark or whatever, throw the skanky ones in the bin. It's Jay from España, Watcher Camino. Brendan Rodgers interview posted on Celtic FC. On the website, why is it not on Celtic TV? Don't tell me the game's off. Only Celtic would go all the way. Right, talking about Twitter. Oh, Brendan Rodgers is on Twitter. We've got a wee bit of Scottish weather.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the two games. Obviously tonight, two historical clubs playing. Think of the philosophy of both clubs attacking football. So it should be a really, really good game. But for us, very much about getting towards the pre-season, building on especially the last two performances, and again tonight is all about the performance and the fitness.
I was going to ask you that. What specifically is it you're looking to see from the boys tonight?
Well, I just think it's a continuation. I think that our pressing is very important to how we play. So we want to see and continue with that against Sporting Lisbon, against Newcastle United. We were very good in those aspects. So continue with that. And then we always feel that when you press well, you pass well, and that'll bring you to the level to play a speed and then do what we've been doing. This game might be a little bit about man-to-man marking, so we have to get through that pressure like we did at the weekend. So we look to see all those aspects tactically, but importantly, gaining our fitness. And I think also in the game, players will be playing longer minutes over these two games, and we get players through to 75, even 90 minutes for some.
I know obviously these games throughout pre-season travel with a view to building towards the start of the competitive fixtures, but given the wonderful performances and results in the last two fixtures, how much momentum and confidence can the boys carry into tonight?
Yeah, well, we've seen it from last year. You take that confidence and most importantly the fitness into the beginning of the season, and you hope then that can help you get off to a good start. And we did that last season. So similar to this pre-season, started off with a mixture of teams, and the fitness develops, the tactical idea develops, and then we aim to perform and hopefully finish and be ready for 10 days' time.
Absolutely. And finally, Brendan, walking around today, plenty of Celtic supporters enjoying the sun earlier on. They're probably soaked to the bone now, but how much and how important is it to put on a show for those who've travelled as well?
Always. I think that the Celtic supporters will travel the world, and I always reiterate to the players that the importance this isn't just a friendly. These are games that matter for us as a club. People are spending money, travelling all around the world to be here. So we always want to make them proud and put on a performance. And that's always our mantra. Well, good luck tonight.
And Paul the Tim spends a fortune. So that's Brendan Rodgers talking about the game. They've put it up on Twitter. Celtic TV. Celtic TV hasn't started yet. They're maybe trying to find a dry spot to set up their laptop. Oh, there we go. Celtic TV has now started with the same interview now being played on Celtic TV. It's just the same interview that they're showing. They're now showing it on Celtic TV. They put it out on Twitter. First of all, Brendan said that we're taking a bit of the Scottish weather. No, it's not started yet. Doesn't start for another 7 minutes. Another 7 minutes. It's Hibs versus Midtjylland on my Celtic TV. Now you've got a real dodgy fire stick. Looks like you're a minute behind. Yeah, Brendan Rodgers is just buffered on my Celtic TV. Oh, come on, don't do this to me now. See if this Celtic TV does it better. There we go, that's the pitch. Hey! Oi! Well, it's not raining in those pictures. Oh, that's a different game. That's the Newcastle game. Oh, don't freeze now. Oh, Celtic TV's at it already. Showing, we've all seen those games. They're now showing looks dryish. I don't know. They're showing us the Newcastle highlights for the last game where Arne Engels scores. Why did the Celtic TV just zoom in? You missed the Brendan Rodgers spin, Baz. I'm watching the Newcastle game. Yeah, it's got the Newcastle game on for me. Yamada's been dropped from tonight's game. Has he? Yamada's been dropped from the game. Did Brendan say that? Boots on and focused. Celtic TV is still showing me Newcastle game. He's been taken out. They put a fresh squad up. Let me. So he has. Yamada's been dropped out of the team. What is going on, Celtic? And now my Celtic TV's buffering. After it doing so well, Yamada has been dropped from the team. Maybe he doesn't fancy the rain. Maybe he doesn't fancy the rain. Well, if he doesn't fancy the rain, he better get that sorted, because it rains quite a lot in Scotland. So here is the new team that Celtic have put out. Let me just sort that. I don't know why it's not. Let's just try and get this in a bit more. We'll do this down to there. Now, breaking news is Shin Yamada has been dropped out of the team. He's been taken out of the team. He doesn't fancy the rain. Now that's a worry. That is a worry. I mean, I know that somebody's put on Twitter, it must be selling Yamada already. That's an interesting one that they've. I mean, how did Celtic do that? 53 minutes. How did they manage to? I mean, they've got two different lineups. They've got one lineup, team news from Como. Shin Yamada's on it. The next one was put up 53 minutes ago. Shin Yamada's not on it. Talking about trying to confuse us, that's a really strange one. Considering Brendan Rodgers just said that there'll be a lot of players getting a lot more game time tonight, he's lost his shin guards. Why is there a Man United top? What, did you see that? Two folk with Man United top. But as he doesn't fancy the rain. Where'd you get that one from? And there's the players taken to their seats. There's Nitcham in the vicinity. And get ready to go. Players are coming out from underneath the ground. James A. Porras pointing to something to Cameron Carter Vickers. Like, oh, it's Celtic TV about to go blank. I bet the houses in the background cost a fortune, huh? You can just tell it's the type of place that's... I did expect a bigger crowd. The locals obviously not fancying it because it's raining. They're like, I'm not going to watch Celtic and Ajax. What they're missing. Yeah, the stadium's empty. Nobody's like sitting out in the rain. I'll tell you one thing, that main stand though. Oh look, see the clouds are starting to break. Told you, it's nothing. Clouds are starting to break, it's going to be fine. Where's James McCarthy? Here's a weird sight. Celtic fans and Ajax fans are mixing it. You can tell it's in Italy and not in Amsterdam. Amsterdam casuals. Here come the teams. Kasper Schmeichel leading out Celtic out the tunnel. Then Adam Ida. Celtic obviously still wearing the black armbands in tribute to John Fallon. Stephen Kelly's going for 6-0. 6-0. Interesting scoreline. Dyson Maeda looks well. She's steaming already. She's got her I've got a pint at the football. I've got a pint at the football. Pint at the football. I've got a pint at the football. She's well at it. She's like dun 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 dun. Oh, get up there, say, come on, you black and tans, come on and fight me like a man. Tell your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away. Getting it loud up in that top tier. Oh no, don't do that. Thunderstorms earlier on. We are just waiting on the players. They are just swapping their little decorative things that they hang up in the club. Why is Casper talking to the referee? Now we flip a coin to see when he's taking the coin back. Celtic players. Dave Morton says Celtic need to get in players. Are they now, what are they doing? They're coming to take pictures at the side of the pitch? Yep. Celtic team's now been ordered over to the side of the pitch to take pictures. Should they not have done that ages ago? Because the Ajax players aren't doing it. Oh, they're doing it now. Nothing like getting the game going on time, eh? Nothing like getting the game going on time. That's a weird one. Anyway. They are now coming off to take off the wee sort of trophy thing. Don't know why they had that on. Many of them take to lift this. Coffee Ajax fans are all Jews. They're the Jewish club in Holland. Skinhead Jews. Right, there's the game getting ready to kick off. Celtic are about to kick off. Let's see if yous are in front of me or not. Linesman. Looking round. Come on, get the game going, mate. What is he waiting on? Jesus. This guy likes to... He's going to be a pain in the arse. Right, Celtic have got the ball back to Inamura, who's just taking the ball straight back to the goalkeeper, who's got it to Scales. Scales back out wide to Inamura. Inamura up to Dyson. Celtic TV freezes. Dyson's had the ball taken off him. Go Ajax. Oh, go on yourself. The Bricky gives away a free kick. Or is it out? Yeah, that Ajax player knows he's in a game now. Get in there. Celtic are still using old power cards, yeah. We're a minute ahead, Baz. Well, don't tell me when they score. I'm on 44 seconds. There's lag on YouTube as well. Yang hat-trick sold to Feyenoord for 30 million. Here's hoping. There's the first cross into the Celtic box. Ajax number 7. They're going to be back to their own halfway line. Spreading the ball about quite good. Looking comfortable on the ball is Ajax. Celtic aren't really man marking. Brendan Rodgers said there would be a man marking situation going on, but they're not as it stands. You're 25 seconds behind. I'm on 1 minute 40. You got to remember there is a lag on YouTube as well. Oh, Scales has just slipped. Scales with the ball and to Adam Ida in the middle of the pitch. That was a bad ball. Get the ball down, Celtic. What are you playing at? Oh, don't freeze now. Come on, you were doing so well. Ah. Oh, that's behind. What did I click onto that one for? No, I'm about 10 seconds behind you guys. I think this may be a game that Celtic will toil in. I've just got a little funny feeling. I mean, Ajax are quite tall players. It will show that something that we've all known. Callum McGregor gets the ball. He's not really got anyone in front of him. He gives it to Hatate, who's behind him, who then gives it to Benji. To Dane Murray. Where is Benji? Dyson Maeda runs up the wing, gets a cross in. Go! Oh, fuck! How can you miss 2 chances like that? And then my fire stick freezes. Jesus. That should have been a goal. That should have been a goal. Yeah, you're right. That's the first Yang is pish comment. Kieran Tierney with a throw in. Kieran Tierney back to Schmeichel. Schmeichel away outside his box. Gets the ball forward to Benji. Benji at the wing to Yang. Can Yang take on the player? Back to Benji. Back to Yang. Yang goes all the way backwards. And then it ends up back in our defenders. Change of point of attack, as Brendan Rodgers would say. Come on, Benji, make this one work it. Come on, Yang. To Yang. Oh, too slow. Yang with a cross. Oh. Come on. Celtic TV doing what Celtic TV does. Dyson even having a lazy shot. That was a miss hit. That was just a complete miss hit by Dyson Maeda. It's shown us it again. I mean, how Yang, man, he's... come on. You can see that we're pressing more with the Tony Ralston. Tony Ralston, come on. Oh, Celtic TV's just freezing all the time. Oh, come on, Scales, what are you thinking? We're running about like headless chickens just now. We don't seem to be sticking to the formation. I mean, Dyson, Adam Ida's a way back out of position. Cross in, Scales again with... I mean, it's a clearance out, but... Jesus. CBS Sports. Let me see. If I come off it, we'll end up losing it. CBS Sports. Oh, Jesus God. Celtic could try to play it out for the back. I mean, this is Champions League level stuff. Every single Celtic player back in the Celtic half. Adam Ida tries to press on the ball. Scales has been alright. I mean, he's kicked the ball out a couple of times. Yeah, I mean, there's Ajax coming again. Celtic slow on the breakout. Right, let's see if we can find CBS Sports. Why can't you just do a search? Channel not found. Don't forget the heat wave, it's 40 degrees. The game kicked off 7 minutes ago. Yeah, I'm on at 8 minutes. I was trying to find a better channel than the one I've got. Weathering storm, give us 10 more minutes. Yeah, you're always going to get that in now it's updating. Jesus God. You're always going to get it in European football. You know, Murray's a confident player. Yep, I think he is. He's given Brendan Rodgers some serious thinking to do this pre-season. $32 degrees next week for that. Who cares? Hopefully Celtic TV's now settled down. Adam Ada's no pressurising enough for me. It's the one thing early on I've noticed. He's not putting pressure on their players enough. Looking at Brendan Rodgers, at least the rain stopped, that's one thing. What is Adam Ida doing? Scales passes the ball, lets it go back all the way to Kasper Schmeichel. Kasper Schmeichel, as Celtic TV freezes again. Passes the ball out for the back. Callum McGregor. Oh, Callum McGregor slips. Oh, what are we doing? Why are we... Daiz Maeda's got the ball. He's running through the halfway line, right through the centre circle. He's looking for players to hurry up and catch up. He's got Yang out on the wing. Yang's just give it to Ralston. Ralston back to Yang. Ralston back to Callum McGregor in the middle of the park. Come on, they're running out of ideas already. They seem to be running out of ideas. I mean, I know it's a pre-season game, but we were on an attack there, and all we've done is let them get right back and go into. There's a good ball through to Dyson. Unlucky. But why is Adam Ida still there? Oh, come on, Celtic TV. Why can't Yang whip the ball into the back? Seems to me I thought with bringing Benji, I mean, you could see what we're doing. When you're playing the 4 and then the 2 sitting in front of the strikers. I understand that formation and I understand why they play it, because you have the 2 defenders here, your wing backs here, and then your 2 midfield players just in front of the box. I know why they play it, but we just don't seem to play it well enough or quick enough. We're now getting pulled out of position. for me, Kieran Tierney's not getting enough of the ball. God. Kasper Schmeichel just put pressure on Tony Ralston. Got to admit, Kasper's kicking the ball out a lot more. Cancel. Oh, jeez, that's better. This is better than Celtic TV. Thanks for that, Michelle. I just need to turn that down. Ah, there we go. I'll give you some. That's just froze as well now. I've now got it on 13 minutes on one screen and 13 minutes 26, 30 minutes 53. I've got two different games shown on two different screens. The same game on two different screens on different times. Scales. 6'4". I better turn that down a bit so that I don't get any violations. For copyright. Callum McGregor on the ball. I take 9 million for Adam Ida. I take 1.5 from him right now just to get rid of him. It says one comment. Celtic TV, I've got Celtic TV for me is about 20 seconds behind. McGregor's on the ball, trying to get it forward. They're shutting us down really quick and trying to hit on the counter attack. Tony Ralston's way to position. He's just going to get overlapped. Tony Ralston, that's a handball. Handball. Come on, ref. There was a handball. There's a handball for the Ajax player. There was a handball for the Ajax player and the ref never even seen it. There was a handball. Fucking referee wanker. There was a handball inside the box. There was a handball given. There should have been given. Now you're going to see it here. Guy at the back post. Definitely, it was a handball. There was a handball. The Celtic players stopped. Typical. I knew that ref was one to watch. We've seen him coming out of the tunnel. Unbelievable that that's allowed to stand. If you looked at the ref when he was coming out the tunnel, he was one to watch. There's one thing, if that's in European football, if it's in the Champions League, that it goes to VAR and the handball's given. He's now given Celtic a free kick on the edge of the box. Celtic need to score from this free kick. Unbelievable. I just the referee's looking right at the player. He would have seen it coming off his left arm, but he let it go and he let them score. Where's the referee from? Benji's going to take this free kick for Celtic. Come on, Benji. Come on, son. Oh, keeper saves it. Keeper saves it. Gets it through the wall and the keeper saves it. Was there enough power on it? Yeah. Oh, come on. They've just made a break. Oh, thank God. Right, we need to move out quick, Celtic. Tony Ralston just kicks the ball up the park and it's no good. Dyson-Maida's never getting that. We seem to have lost our formation. I don't know what Ralston's doing. I mean, Ralston for me is coming too far inside. I mean, he's got Ralston's got 2-3 players round him. I mean, they're closing us down quick. They're definitely not using this as a friendly. That's one thing that's for sure. I still don't believe it. I can't believe how that goal was given. I can't believe that Vitbox is faster and is more on time than what Celtic TV is for me. Handballs in Glasgow, handballs against Ajax, actual joke, yeah. Unbelievable. Celtic need to just refocus. And Tony Ralston seems to be playing the position that Greg Taylor played last season, going into the midfield. Now, I thought the whole reason for having Benji and Callum McGregor in the holding midfield, we've now, I think Brendan Rodgers has changed the formation. Now, there's Benji coming back into place. So Benji was out of position. Adam Ida's just slipped on his arse. But then again, there goes Hatate. Yang, yes! Yang scores 1-1. Yang scores for Celtic 1-1. Come on. Bring it on. Bring it on. Yang's just stuck a couple of £1 million onto his price tag. It was great from Rio Hatate to see Yang out on the wing. Brendan Rodgers talking to Dane Murray at the side of the pitch. Brilliant for Rio Hatate. Rio Hatate comes through. Just one touch. Yang takes one touch to just steady himself, and then one touch, doesn't even look up, smashes it right into the back post. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Yang. Brendan Rodgers may just be bringing the best out of Yang for Celtic. And I tell you one thing, we needed that goal. We needed that goal. At least we know that we could score a goal without needing the help from the referee. And you never think you're going to be saying that in a pre-season game. But come on, that was ridiculous, that goal. A blatant handball in the box by their player. He handballs it out to the player that's outside the box, and then he takes the shot. Celtic players all shout for handball. Referee goes goal. Dane Murray just, he had conversation with Brendan there just off screen. I think Brendan Rodgers telling him to stay in position a bit. Got Callum McGregor barking orders at Scales, telling him to get it out. Kieran Tierney seems to be in a very defensive, he's in saying that he's just made a little run forward. Oh, that's a foul. He's just given the Ajax player a yellow card. He's just given him a yellow card. Good. Because he pushed Tierney, so... Right, Celtic, come on, we could still do this. Still do this. 1-1. It's in the bag. Come on, KT going to have 25 assists this season. Of course he will. He's just getting started. Should be making sure that Yang is going nowhere. Yang's on a lengthy contract, so Celtic don't have to... Off Yang, Jesus. That's... You can't go in like... They move the ball quick. No sitting about. They'll try to move the ball faster and get in behind Celtic. They're still managing. They're targeting that side of Tony Ralston because Tony Ralston's coming further in. Oh no, Jesus! What a mess! Tony Ralston's coming inside the same as what Greg Taylor did last season and the previous seasons, and Ajax have noticed that, and they're starting to put a lot of balls down the outside of Tony Ralston. The Tony Ralston's moving out to the byline there, but he's getting dragged out of position, if you ask me. And I don't know if Brendan telling him to go into the middle of the park? I mean, there he's doing it again. He is looking for Yang behind him. But any team, any European team will target that gap. You lose the ball here, the first thing you do is you're telling one of your wingers, run into the right back area because the right back's nowhere to be seen. And Benji seems to be keeping on going further forward. I think they're struggling with the it seems to me like they're struggling with the formation tonight. Dane Murray out to Tony Ralston. Ralston with a ball through to Adam Ida. Come on, Adam. Adam Ida just kicks it. Easy pass back to the goalkeeper. KT screaming at Murray. Gets us ready, the referee. Oh, come on, Celtic. I did say that they would score one goal. Hopefully that's it. And Celtic go on to win it 2-3-1. Oh, come on, Tierney, you should have done better there. We are getting back in numbers and defending. You could see that you can remember Celtic did do that really well in the Champions League last season in games, and you remember we did it fantastically well in Italy against... Come on, put a bit of pressure on them. There's only three of them at the back, and we're meant to be playing three up front, and they're all over the place. I mean, Dyson's Rio Hitati's now through the middle, and Adam Ida's out on the wing. Ralston putting the ball all the way back to Kasper Schmeichel. Oh, come on, Celtic. (6-3) against Hibernian. Come on, Celtic. You can do this. I better turn that down just a little bit. Because knowing my luck, it will... I mean, Adam Ida's not putting pressure on... Come on. They put it down the right-hand side again, try to catch out Tony Ralston. Tony Ralston gets to the ball. But you can see that they are targeting that right back area. I mean, Adam Eder. If we get a break now, Adam Eder's way out. But yep, I mean, there's just nobody in midfield. I'm going to say it. I mean, we've watched. This is a question that I've asked a few times on the channel. And is Johnny Kenny currently playing better? And does he give you more than Adam Eder? And I still think the answer is yes. I still think that Johnny Kenny is more mobile, more agile as they come on the attack. Kieran Tierney gets the ball. It's going to be a good fight between Kieran Tierney and the boy that got booked. Oh, there's the guy that handballed it. Dane Murray's getting backed right into. Dane Murray should have went down there. An experienced defender goes down at that moment so that the attacker then gets... Oh, come on, Kieran. Celtic are kind of camped in at the moment. Ajax with a cross in. Scales heads it into the midfield. Goes right back to Ajax, who have got everyone... I mean, Celtic have got everyone almost on, right outside the box. The furthest forward player is Yang, believe it or not. It's not even Adam Eder. I mean, Adam Eder's that far out of position that... And off the pace. I mean, Yang's now playing through the middle. And that's not on purpose. That's just because Adam Eder was nowhere to be seen. Scales, you need to watch that. See, Scales, you've got your arm round his neck. Scales has these free kicks that he gives away on an ongoing basis. And it's the one part of his game that I wish that he would just get a grip with, because he's a good player and he doesn't need to have, he doesn't need to have the hand round the neck. It's saying that the player was pulling his shirt. If the player's pulling your shirt, put your hands out so that the ref can see you pulling his shirt. Don't have him in a fucking neck. I'm the one to be a commentator, Stevie. Oh, come on, Celtic. We're camped in here. Scales is getting targeted. Oh, there's Adam Eder's he's just sat far off the ball now. Dai's Maeda's playing out of position. He's in midfield. The shape of the team they need to settle down, because they've lost. I don't know why Tony Ralston's coming into the midfield. Tony Ralston's playing he's way out of position. We lose the ball when you're just going to target that. He's not got the pace to get back into that right back position. There's Adam Eder trying to do something with the ball. The guy's got... Come on, Adam. Just go down and you get the free kick. The balls went forward to Yang. Yang's himself. Yang crosses the ball and nobody. There's nobody in the box. Yang just crosses the ball in and there's nobody there at all. What the fuck? At least have a shot on target, Yang. Try and hit the back post. Just crosses the ball. Oh, Jesus. And this is what we're going to go into the Champions League qualifier with. And some people think that we're better off than last season. Oh God, there's Ralston just went through a player. Yes, we're giving away too many fouls, man. You do this in the Champions League, that's a booking. That's a booking in the Champions League. Tony Ralston does that in the Champions League and it's a booking. He's getting talking by the ref, saying, calm yourself, big man. He does that in the Champions League. He hits him in the ankle. You just can't do that in European football. We've got to treat this like Tony trying to play the inverted fullback and it's not working. Exactly, Del Boy. I don't know why he's got him playing the inverted fullback. I can't understand what Brendan's thinking. You got to admit. If Adam Ida had scored there, there's a cameraman behind the Celtic fans. If Adam Ida had scored there, he would have been like, well, I can still do it. But it comes off the keeper's ankle. Ajax on the attack once again. Celtic getting back in numbers. You can see that this is obviously a tactic that Brendan Rodgers is going to use in when it gets to the Champions League. It is going to be very defensive and try and hit on the break. But I would say that at this point for me, there's two players that are, I can't understand why he's never been an inverted fullback, Tony Ralston. Never. He's just put the ball out to Yang. He's now overlapping Yang on the outside of the pitch. He just puts in a cross. So nobody. I don't know if it's maybe a ploy for him to be able to do those over. But then they've just targeted the right back position. Tony Ralston's not there. It's given their number 11 a free run on Dane Murray. Dane Murray pushes the player and it's just outside the box. But luckily the player kicks the ball out. I tell you one thing, we need to sort that. Going into the Champions League, good players, fast players will have got past Dane Murray. Everyone can see this gap. I don't know why. Why try to change Tony Ralston into an inverted fullback? He's never done it in his career. It's putting Benji out of position. Benji should be in the holding midfield role. That was the whole point of putting Benji in there. So Benji's now getting a free rein to run about the pitch, but he's not getting the ball. Here comes Tierney trying to get the ball away up to Dyson Maeda. Dyson Maeda's running. The number 2 that is on a booking kicks the ball out. Dyson gets the ball, gets it to Benji. I mean, Benji's been given a free roll by the looks of it. Can Tierney get a decent cross in? They're right back on the... that was a foul against Hatate. I mean, it was a blatant push. Dane Murray with the ball at the Celtic halfway line. All the Ajax players are now going back the way. They're not pushing up on Celtic as much as they were the first 20 minutes of the game, Ajax. I think they were kind of hoping to rattle Celtic and they haven't. But they are a very good defensive side. Callum McGregor just loses the ball in midfield. They then get a quick break. Watch the diagonal ball. Oh, now they've slowed it down. I mean, there's Scales at it again, pulling jumpers. Scales has to watch that. He's got that in his game. He's just grabbing hold of the jumper. Tony Ralston back to Schmeichel. To Ida, I mean, there's no one further forward than Adam Ida, so he was never going to stop the ball. I mean, it is played like a Champions League game this tonight. It is the tempo and it is the formations that we're going to come up against in the Champions League. Are Celtic doing fine away from home? Yes. When you put it that way, we're away from home. Okay, it's not at Ajax's own ground. It is a pre-season friendly. They're a lot further on in their pre-season than what Newcastle were. They're passing the ball about quite well. But Celtic are holding their own, if you want to look at it that way, which is a positive thing in a European context. But there are players, and Scales needs to keep his arms down. They're hitting that right back area again. Hitting the right back area. Here comes the in cross. Comes to nothing. Thankfully. Ida's off the ball. I've been saying it. I think that the player that's in form just now is Johnny Kenny. But you need to get game time into legs. And Adam Ida, Celtic delay squad. I'm just watching that again. Marco Tilio, who is on the bench, is still expected to join Rapid Vienna on loan, but it's just a matter of when. The loan fee is meant to be around about €400,000 with a clause to buy the player for 1.5 million. Callum McGregor on the ball. There's no movement from the Celtic players. I just don't get the whole... And there's Tony Ralston gets the ball, crosses it in to no one. It seems to be a tactic of Brendan to bring Tony Ralston into the middle of the park so that Yang goes up the park a bit and then Tony Ralston does an overlap right at the edge of the other end of the park. It seems to be a tactic that they're trying to use, but we are leaving a big massive gap and they're targeting that right side again. And Tony Ralston's nowhere near the wing, so the guy's got a free rein right down to the byline now. Cross comes in. If this is why we're going to go into the Champions League, I don't think we're going to do as well as last year. I'm not getting the... I know we've still got a player to come back, and Alistair Johnston. And Alistair Johnston won't play the inverted fullback. Not a chance. I just hope that it's not a change of tactics and Brendan Rodgers does try to get Alistair Johnston to play the inverted fullback. Because it's not... I mean, they're going to target it again. He's away to position again. Got all the time and all the room. They keep targeting. Come on, Celtic. I mean, they're just on... Celtic kick the ball out and there's no one there. I am not as confident as I was last pre-season at the same time, I've got to say, because there's players playing out of position. There's a player playing in a position that I've no idea what he's meant to be doing now. I mean, I thought the whole point of having the two sitting in... Oh, there's Paul the Tim. Paul the Tim getting on the telly. No doubt. I thought the whole point of the two holding midfield players is so that you didn't need an inverted fullback to come into the middle of the pitch, which gives us more width. Now, we don't have that width. And they've got a corner here. They're targeting the right hand side of our defence. The corner comes in. And it goes right over. They've got a player that gets out first. Turns in the edge of the box. Back out to the winger. Benji's out at the wing, trying to defend it. Oh no, come on. And then into the side netting. They're starting to ramp up a gear again. I think they give Celtic... I mean, Celtic needed a 10-15 minute period to settle down. I think they've give Celtic 5-10 minutes where they've said, right, let's see how good you are. And I think ultimately they've went, do you know what, we could take this side. Celtic are under a massive bit. Another corner comes in. Everyone in the box for Celtic. Yang's the only one outside the box. He then kicks it to Rio Hatate, who kicks it out, but there's no one there. There's no one there at all. Where we would have had Kyogo Furuhashi before, or another player trying to break out. It's not giving me great confidence going into the Champions League qualifier. I think we'll get past, but I mean, if this was the Champions League qualifier, you'd be thinking, geez, we're in a game here. And I mean, Dyson's back in the area where Kieran Tierney should be. And there's no one further forward. Everyone's out of position. It's weird. Adam Maeda just can't hold the ball up at all. And he gets the ball to Dyson Maeda. The guy's pulling his arm. Come on, Dyson. No, it's not. It's Benji. Benji then slips. Such a Celtic thing to do, but manages to retain the ball out to Rio Hatate. Back to Benji. Benji's coming inside. Back all the way to Liam Scales. And they've just, no one's moving around now, and it's went quite static. It's played. Here comes Benji again on the wing. Benji kicks the ball in, but nobody there. Kicks it to nobody. Go and hit it, Ralston. Just hit it. Why did you not fucking hit it? Oh, free kick. Nope. Second time. Nope. And that's it. Half time. Well, that was interesting. That was interesting. Better get back to many things. I'm a skybar. Formation tactics are very strange. I'm on the tick, Mick. I cannot understand. I don't get it. I don't get the formation that we're playing. I thought we were going to play a 4-2-3-1 formation. Benji's now went away further up the pitch. I don't get it at all. It's one of the weirdest formations ever. Strange. Completely strange. But never mind. I'm going to check something out whilst we are on half time. I mean, it's the kind of game where you can take a lot of things from it. But Johnny Kenny must be sitting on that sideline going, I'm way better than Adam Maeda. I'm way better than Adam Maeda. Dane Murray, he's good. Celtic have 60% of the possession. Either needs sub, more pace needed up front. Yeah. Half time, yes, Celtic lost their shape. Not really controlling anything between themselves. No, they're not. They're not. It's all the goodness, everything that was good about the Newcastle game. Everything that was good about the Newcastle game has been lost in this game. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean, Brendan Rodgers will be sitting looking at it and say, look, take the benefits. Let's take away the positives. It's 1-1 away from home, a European game. Okay, you can look at it from that perspective. If you're looking at this as a European tie in the Champions League, we're 1-1 away from home. We've been up against it. Why was Ralston going into the centre? I've no idea. Tony Ralston's been going into that centre bit like 4-1-2-3-1 formation. I have no idea. Honestly, I've given up trying to work out what Brendan Rodgers is doing. I thought we'd kind of settled on the 4-2-3-1 formation, but Benji hasn't played it at all. Benji's been all over the pitch. I love the Newcastle game. Rodgers has fallen back into his old habits. Rotten. You can see and I'll go for the defence of Brendan, right? You can see he's trying to look at this as a Champions League game. So he's set the team up and he's set them up tactically to play it like we're going to play in the Champions League. They're going to have to be very defensive at times. The issue is that we're not being quick enough out in the attack. We're not pushing out fast enough, and that seems to be the big, massive issue. We're not getting out quick enough, and the formation is completely rank rotten. Let's be honest. We should put a striker on for the second half. Oh dear, we should put a striker on for the second half. We should that. Anyway, don't think that we've been rotten. I think that we've been decent. Very good actually. Ajax, not Newcastle. There's a difference. No, because what I would say is Newcastle were only one game into their pre-season. Ajax, although they're good, Celtic haven't been at their best. And I think that we're making Ajax look good. Celtic are not playing the one-touch pass stuff that we've seen in the first half of the Newcastle game. We're not playing that. Do you know? And yes, you could say we're away from home. It's you could view it as a European, but it's a friendly. It's a friendly. You need to try other things in friendlies, and that's it at the end of the day. Anyway, I am going to have a little break for a couple of minutes. I'll be back just shortly. Some scran. Oh dear. Heartgate. Dyson hasn't had a free pass. Oh, right. Second half coming up. It's shown us the game from last night on, wow, take it Como were getting beat at one point. 30th minute. Oh, that was a good goal by Como. Back post header. That was a fantastic goal. It's got to be said though, these I know. I know it was a little slip of the hat, as they say. No, there you go. That'll get screenshotted to fuck. Don't mess with the baldies. Yep. Anyway, let's hope it's a better half. I'm not talking about the games that Como do have. God, that's a way better league. Napoli, Roma, Bologna, Juventus, Parma, Torino, Inter Milan, Pisa, Atalanta, Fiorentina, Calgary, AC Milan. That's a way better league, isn't it? It's better than Kilmarnock, Hibernian, Livingston, Dundee. Cracking stadiums. Absolutely cracking stadiums around Scotland. Where are they? Yang looks up for it. Yeah, I would say the Yang does look up for it. He's the one that scored the goal. You've got to say it was a cracking ball from Rio Hatate. But other than that, the formation of the team, Brendan Rodgers will be having a good Bold Lives Matter. They do that. Bold Lives Matter. Maida's doing fine. Yep. My only gripe for the game is Adam Ida is off the ball completely, way off the ball, and Scales needs to watch what he's doing with his arms. Scales has got this thing of, he gets very touchy-feely, to put it an easy way, with players. I mean, he was complaining that he should have got a free kick, but he had his arms round the player's neck. Hopefully I get a comment of the live buzz. Forza Candy. Adam Ida's a sausage. I think he's worse than a sausage is decent salt and sauce or salt and vinegar. Neither. I'm not really a chippy man. Although I did go for a fish supper here. It was the first time I'd had a fish supper in like 5 years. Maida won't play through the middle. No, it doesn't look like Dyson's going to play through the middle. The weird thing is let's talk about the Shin Yamada. Shin Yamada was named in the starting lineup before the game kicked off, and then 7 minutes later, Celtic put up a brand new team sheet without Shin Yamada. I'm done with Adamida. Sorry to say it, says CFC 1888. We'll give him till the season starts. You've got to give him half the season. A lot of the Celtic players out training. They're obviously... Oh, Jesus, mate. It's where they find these people. Jesus. I've got a pint out of the football. I mean, it's got to say, Ajax look a half-decent team. And if you're coming up against them in the Champions League, you're thinking, can we take them at Celtic Park? It's going to be a difficult one. Away from home, that's to say. Different sausage in Spain, but I always have brown sauce. No, we got Irish sausages. A fish supper. That's just no right. It's not right at all. As we get ready for the second half, with the score at 1-1 Celtic. See, that's civilised. I mean, there's a lot of conversations going on about should there be drinking at football. And when you look at it from a European context, you can get a drink in European football, and you see everyone here having a drink. And do you know, I think it's all about, I don't know, what does it say for Scotland with the no alcohol ban that's been in place since the 1980s? Does it say that we're way behind the times? I mean, there's nobody in that stadium looks like they're about to go fucking mental, man. We're gonna go fucking mental, like. Is there? And there's Marco Tilio on the screen. Marco Tilio, who has been suggested is going out on loan with an option to buy. Anyway. Oh, look, there's Kuhn. There's Kuhn. Kuhn is in the building. And he's just had an embrace with one of their substitutes. But he is, and there he is, he's giving them all a wee hug now. Oh, look at that. Dyson Maida just about to fucking launch him. Go yourself, Dyson. Nice wee moment, that, because it's not often that you get that when players leave a club. Here's tonight's triple. It's not often that you see players being able to go back and meet up with ex-teammates and stuff. Do you know, it's usually he's giving Brendan Rodgers a wee hug, telling him he's looking great. He's like, oh, look at you, you're all dressed all fucking Italian. You didn't dress like that when you were in Scotland. The warm weather doing you the world of good. Check you, your clobber's looking decent, mate, says Brendan. Nice wee touch for Brendan Rodgers. Huh? Me? No, that's they're just coming on at half time. This is where we're at. That's just half time. Oh, it's just half time. How? Thought it was done. Cameron Carter-Vickers is on the pitch. Cameron Carter-Vickers is on the pitch. Also on the pitch, Tierney's off. Inamura is on the pitch. £25 million player off. On is a 250 grand player. And that's the changes. As Celtic are not the team kicking off the second half, they kicked off the first half, so it is Ajax with the ball. Celtic pressuring them in their own half, but then there's a quick flick up to the player that's been given scales pulling the jumper again. We're less than a minute into the second half, and Scales has got the guy's jumper and pulling at his jumper, and the ball does go out for a throw in. But come on, Scales. The manager's bound to see what we see. The manager's bound to see. Del Boy says fucking Scales. Old Chippy should be banned. Never seen any when I was in Rome recently. Take him off, put Trusty on. I think it won't be long until Trusty comes on, to be fair. But then Ajax are on the attack. Targeting the right hand side. Oh, Jesus! Oh, for fuck's sake. 2-1. Watch it delayed on Celtic TV. Targeting the right hand side again, like they have done the whole first half. Targeting the side of Tony Ralston because he's further in the pitch, he's not in the wing. Lets the guy get right down the wing. Guy has a shot on goal. The ball comes back out. Another player puts it into the back of the net. The warning signs were there the first half. You could see that they were targeting the right hand side with Tony Ralston coming in, and they've done it straight in the first half. Target Ralston. Do you know the ball comes out, the guy hits it into the ground, bounces up. Kasper Schmeichel nowhere to be seen. Kasper Schmeichel loses 2 goals, and I know it's a pre-season friendly, but if this is what we're going to go into the Champions League with, Champions League qualifier, say your Hail Marys now, or fathers now, Celtic fans, because we're not better than last season. We're poorer. As it stands now, we are poorer than last season, and it's devastating. Callum McGregor in the middle of the park. Let's get it back onto the VIP box because it's faster. It's a minute faster. I mean, you've just taken a £25 million player off to put a 250 grand player on. Dyson Maeda has the ball. Adam Ida's nowhere to be seen. Dyson hits it far too close to the keeper. Dyson looks as if he's not up to speed. There's something not clicking with the Celtic team tonight. We're getting ripped open here. Ripped open. I mean, there's no breakout for here. We're passing the ball around the back. Scales just smashes Rio Hatate in the pus with the ball. Fucking volleys it into Rio's face. That's how the game's going. If the two wingers and Adam Ida are meant to be in a line, or if Adam Ida's meant to be further forward, why are the two wingers not out in the wings? We're playing the game really narrow in the field. It's where we've got an attack going here. Come on, Rio Hatate! He misses. Rio Hatate should have scored there. Benji puts the ball through to Rio Hatate. It was a save. Well, fair play to the keeper. It was a save. Fair play. The keeper saves it. But you're wanting if it's off the ground by 6 inches, the keeper's not getting that. We have a corner. Benji with the corner. In swinger to Liam Scales, who just rockets it. It's now just went past the moon. It's down an orbit and it's came back down. How could we be so... I mean, there's Benji pushing away up. Scales got his hands all over the striker. I like Scales as a player, but he needs to keep his hands down. I'm completely struggling to see what formation that we're playing, because the 4-2-3-1's gone out the window completely. Dyson Maeda's more in the middle of the park with no width at all from the team. No width at all. I mean, they're using the width of the pitch. We are not. This isn't good. I mean, can I see Celtic scoring 2 goals to win this match? No. And if this is the way that we're going to go into the Champions League qualifier, I fear for us qualifying for the Champions League. Because this is a test match. This is a test game to see if we're ready for the Champions League. 4-3-3. It's not even like a 4-3-3, because Benji keeps on going from the back to further up. It's weird. Liam Scales is Desmond's love child. Rodgers must be trying to show the board that we're not good. But how can we be so different? How can we be so bad compared to the game against Newcastle? The fast one-touch football isn't there. You know, the precision passing. I mean, we're just not keeping on a hold of the ball at all. And this is what will happen to us in the Champions League. Scales is just giving the ball away to... Luckily, their attacker, their number 2, just had a wild shot at the ball and hits it out. Whereas I tell you one thing. We're definitely not playing a 4-2. Because there's only Callum McGregor back in that position. And we're expecting Callum to take on 2 midfield players. He's just put it out to Inamura. Inamura is now trying to do a wee diagonal ball to Adamida, who's now hobbling. Adamida's way out of position. He's not even... Jesus. Going on this game, compared to where we were at against Man City and Chelsea at the exact same point of last pre-season, we were playing fast attacking football. It was one-touch stuff. Cameron Carter-Vickers has just given a foul away. We were playing one-touch pass, fast attacking football. Do you know, everyone was confident. We need new faces in the club, because Kieran Tierney has been taken off at half time for Inamura. Benji has been brought in. I'm not sure what position he's playing in, and to be fair, I don't think he knows. It seems to be he's playing in front of Callum McGregor as Liam Scales gives away a free kick. No, he doesn't. He gives away the ball. Oh no, is it? Yeah, it's a free kick. If this is what we're going to go into the Champions League with, I'll wait till the end of the window, and then I will tell you if it is a season of managed decline. Because as it stands just now, it's a season of managed decline. It's terrible. Terrible. KT's not fit enough to do 90 minutes. Well, he should be. He should be. Aiden had to stop watching. It's that bad. Get Yamada on. He's not on the bench. Yamada was took off the team sheet. Yamada was taken off the team sheet for some unknown reason. He was on the team sheet. Hopefully Brendan Rodgers will be asked after the game why Yamada was taken off the team sheet. Yamada's been playing football. He has to be match fit. So why was he taken off the team sheet? Let's just hope he's not got injured. Slipped in the rain in Como. Dyson Maeda's sticking to the byline now, so it's like Brendan Rodgers has told him to start using the width of the park. Benji keeps floating back into the position where he's meant to be in the holding midfield role with Callum, and then he kind of darts up the park, but he's not really picking out a position. And we're unable to break forward with any great desire or pace. Callum McGregor to Rio Hatate back to Liam Scales back to Callum McGregor, right on the halfway line to Rio Hatate, turns around, goes forward, tries to get the ball to Adam Ida, and it goes straight to an Ajax player. Ajax now on the attack. Liam Scales just gets the ball to Cameron Carter-Vickers, who passes the ball to Callum McGregor, who gives it to Benji, who is back in the holding. No, it wasn't. That was Tony Ralston. Benji's not had a lot to do with the ball. I'm trying to figure out where Benji's meant to be playing. He's roaming about, and it's like he doesn't know. You would think that this was our first game of pre-season. Cameron Carter-Vickers back to Kasper Schmeichel, out to Inamura. Inamura passes the ball and we lose it. Shot comes in and it goes to Rose Z. Thankfully. I hope we get players in. Oh, look, there's Alex. What the hell is Alex Bay doing with his napper? Jesus. Oh no, here we go. Goal number 3. There's no point even getting upset about it now. We're rank rotten tonight. Liam Scales just passes the ball to an Ajax player, and the Ajax player smashes it in the back of the net. We're woeful. We're absolutely woeful. Pizza and vinegar, Jesus Christ, says Mark. Rodgers definitely making a point here. Is he making a point, or are we just that bad? I mean, Liam Scales tries to hit it away from a defender, but if an attacker, but all he does is pass it straight into someone else's. I mean, Liam Scales is going to ground. Do you know, the first thing you're taught in defenders' skills is don't go to ground. You know, he's off balance and everything. Callum McGregor's now trying to motivate the team. It's players we need. This is the wake-up call that the board have been needing. I want Celtic to win all the time. I do want Celtic to win all the time. And I've got to say, Kasper Schmeichel, for a top goalkeeper, I mean, fair enough, it was point blank, but he's not even got his hands out to try and save it. Get Sinasalo back on. Celtic with Yang hits the outside of the net. This is woeful. Pump Newcastle struggle against Ajax. Yeah. Rodgers is out of depth in Europe. This will be the telltale season It's a pre-season. It's a pre-season and we're woeful. Stringology, right? You've got to look back at where we were pre-season last summer. This period, at this exact period, we played Man City and Chelsea. And we were fantastic. We were playing fantastic. We've lost Nico Kuhn. We've lost Kyogo Furiashi. And we've also, since last summer, we've lost a fantastic midfielder. We are not as good as we were at the start of last season. Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. These goals have been poor to concede. Playing like this in Europe will kill us. Yep. CCV fault for both those goals? Nope. No, it wasn't CCV's fault at all. Liam Scales' fault. Brendan Rodgers' tactics. I mean, there's Benji now coming back into the holding midfield role where he should be, where he played so brilliantly. Look at it's a wake-up call to the board. Needs, why is Forrest Kenny not on showing we need players? They'll come on in the next 7 minutes or so. They'll definitely come on in the next minute. Brendan will make wholesale changes about the 67th minute. We're on 62 minutes as it stands just now. But I tell you one thing, they're about to make a triple change. Ajax are going to make a triple change. Celtic need more than a triple change. I think that we're playing far too narrow. I'm going to be honest. I think, again, I mean, Ralston's playing more towards the wing now, more towards the byline, but then Iramura's come inside and it's making us too narrow, too easy to read the ball. I mean, we've just lost the ball in our own half. Trying to play out from the back and we're losing the ball in our own half. Do you know, we've just lost a Celtic great this week in John Fallon. And could you imagine John Fallon and the Lisbon Lions trying to play such a slow-paced game of football? And I mean, even though it was all those years ago, they tried to move the ball out faster. You know, this modern phenomenon of passing the ball out from the back and trying to break through, it's just, we're not good enough at it. Yang crosses the ball in and it goes straight to the Ajax number 4. We are not scoring in this second half. As you see a Celtic fan with a pint behind the... And he's like, fuck it. This is pish. Ajax are now bringing 3 players on. Looks like Celtic are going to make changes as well. 4 Ajax players heading over, or is it 3? It's definitely 3. I am really, really disappointed with the... Not so much... I'm disappointed with a lot of things. The formation. I'm disappointed with the passage of play. I'm disappointed in the speed of our passing. Having gone from the highs of playing the way we did against Newcastle, you're thinking, right, okay, it's Brendan Rodgers' time. But it's been proved on the pitch. Johnny Kenny's just came on. I don't know who else came on for Celtic, but Johnny Kenny has just came on. Or did he come on earlier? I have no idea. I think he's just came on. Yeah, he's on the pitch now anyway. Johnny Kenny is on the pitch. Hopefully that will give us a little bit more mobility up front. Rio Hatate's went off as well. Arnie Engels is on. Because they're not very forthcoming with telling us about the substitutes, are they? Johnny Kenny has got way more pace than Adam Ida. I'm going to say this now. He's got way more mobility. He's faster. And it's saying something because, I mean, Johnny Kenny is worth about £1 million. Celtic back defending and a straight line of 4 and then a kind of mismatch of players. I don't know why we're insisting on playing so narrow in the middle of the park, because it's not doing us any good at all. We cannot retain the ball. Inamura back to Scales, back to Kasper Schmeichel to Cameron Carter-Vickers, out to Tony Ralston. Cameron Carter-Vickers, ball into the midfield. And then James Forrest lose the ball. I didn't even know James Forrest came on. When the hell did James Forrest come on? Oh, I give up. Never showed us the Celtic subs coming on, did it? I blink and miss it. Oh. Having to rely on James Forrest in this day and age, I'm not taking anything away from James Forrest. They've just put a diagonal ball forward. Player's got it. He's offside now. Kasper Schmeichel does make the save. Oh, he was offside. Tell you one thing. I am dreading going into the Champions League if Tony Ralston's playing inverted left back. Daisen Maeda. Inamura passes the ball to an Ajax player. We are pressing a little bit better. Benji's pushing forward to help out the striker, which is Johnny Kenny. So now we seem to be playing a 4 up front. But we're getting beat 3-1. And Liam Scales to Callum McGregor to Kasper Schmeichel to Liam Scales, diagonal ball into the middle of the pitch, trying to get Johnny Kenny, and it goes to an Ajax player. Johnny Kenny fights the player though, and he loses the ball to an Ajax player. James Forrest is then trying to close down. This is not Champions League stuff. This team's poor. This team needs quality. It needs fresh faces. It needs something, because as it stands, we go into the Champions League with these players, and then there is another. That's offside. Thank fuck. Yeah, it's offside. It's almost 4-0. And why this slow out from the back stuff? Kasper Schmeichel, he's just giving the ball away. We need to stop. Why? Brendan Rodgers has to see this. Surely the backroom staff have to see that this playing out for the back at a high level European game will not work. Playing out so lackadaisical and so soft is not going to work. At least Kenny's shown some grit. Yeah, Johnny he's a fantastic player. Was trusty on the first half. Yeah, he was. Got brought off at half time. I wouldn't say it's a rebuild, I wouldn't say it was a rebuild. I think that we need 2 or 3. If you think about the players that are injured, that we've lost. We've lost Kuhn. We've lost until the next window, Jota. Right? We've lost Matt O'Reilly in the last year. Although we didn't have Matt O'Reilly last year, but losing that firepower, Celtic are playing ping pong in their own box. Losing that firepower is fucking hell. Jesus God, man. What the I'm lost for words. This is... The keeper shouldn't be beaten for that distance. Allowing a player... This is embarrassing. It is embarrassing, you're right, Michelle. But Celtic through and through, we need to get on. We just get on with it. Ajax making more changes. The guy with a hairdo that looks like a microphone windshield has just came off. What is it with young guys these days? With 70s hairdos? That was a goal and a half. Liam Scales. I'm sorry, but if this is the team that we're going to go into the Champions League qualifier, we are fucked. Casper is done. Willie, man, I'm glad that you said about that. Cup final blunder is still on out. Yeah. This is a wake up call to the board. If we get beat by Sporting, what was that? No, we didn't do that. Yeah, bring on Sinasalo. We are missing the runs of Kyogo Furuhashi. I'm going to say it. We haven't replaced Kyogo. Bringing on Johnny Kenny. As good as Johnny Kenny is, he's not a Champions League level footballer, is he? Let's be honest. So do we start the season with Sinasalo? Sinasalo's not lost 4 goals this season, just saying. That Luke McCowan that's on the field now. Cameron Carter-Vickers gets a wee knock in the back. See, when did Calmac go off? I never even noticed that. Paulo Bernardo's on. We are fucked. James Forrest going down the wing, gets past his man. Good ball into no one. It's that. He's playing rugby. I've never known a team. I've never known a team that can regress quite like Celtic can. I've never known a team that can bring in the quality of players that we can and sell them on for such vast profits and regress so quickly with the same manager. Let's just hope it's one game, but this gives us an indication on what we're going to face in the Champions League. Oh, for fuck's sake. You would think that this was our second week in pre-season. They've brought on a boy that looks like he's like just. I have no words. Scales to Inamura. Inamura to Paulo Bernardo is in the middle of the park. Paulo Bernardo takes the ball, turns with it. I've got to say, Paulo Bernardo is a good player. Paulo Bernardo is a cracking. I mean, that was a bit of skill to get out of that. Fair play to Paulo Bernardo. That was a bit of skill. Tony Jamesy Forrest. Just hit it. That was Arnie Engels that taken the shot. Fair play to Paulo Bernardo. He's never got enough game time last season. I know he was injured, but he had the ball on the edge of the Celtic box. He gets past a couple of players. There's people putting pressure on him, and he turned defence into attack with ease. He has to be one of the best players that Celtic have, but we just don't use him. And we haven't used him because he was injured last season, but he just never seemed to get enough game time for me. Liam Scales on the ball to Arnie Engels. Arnie Engels getting pulled all over the place to Paulo Bernardo. Back to Arnie Engels to... Jesus, that was a fucking hard tackle. How's that not a foul? How the hell's that not a foul? And Luke McCown's not the answer for Europe as well. Do you know what I mean? Luke McCown's a fantastic player, but he's just not Celtic Champions League level. He's just no Champions League level at all. Can't wait to hear what Brendan Rodgers has to say about this performance. Yeah. Good for you, Michael, but you don't need to keep on spamming the comments with the same post. You keep on spamming the comments, you will be put on a timeout and not be able to comment at all. I mean, Luke McCown takes a shot at goal, but I mean, we're 4-1 down. Same shit, different summer. And there you go, Michael, you're now gone. 50% of our team are not Champions League level. Yeah, they're not. That's alright, I've already blocked him. Coffee, it's cool. He can no longer post on the channel. Give us a shout tomorrow about the final. I'm going to my bed. I just hope Brendan's engineered the board to spend some cash. It's alright, Michelle, you didn't have to explain yourself. But I've blocked him for the channel. Ajax making another couple of substitutions. We need a quality. We need quality. It's. I don't think there's any one position that we don't need quality players in. And you know, people say, "Oh, you're too negative." People have been giving me that comment. You're too negative about where the team are at. well, the negativity that I've had the gut feeling of the past couple of weeks has been played out bare for you all to see it tonight. That's a terrible ball by Kasper Schmeichel to Liam Scales. I mean, lucky he gets it out to James Forrest, but James Forrest is losing the ball. Do you know, Jesus. Sinisalo's distribution of the ball is far superior to Kasper Schmeichel. I'm going to say that. The club conditions the fans accept. Yeah, it is. I've stopped watching the game, just watching the stream. We need 6 strong start. I said in a poll the other evening that I reckoned that Celtic needed to bring in 5 players, and people said no, Celtic will bring in 2 or 3 at most. I still stand by it. We need 5 first team starters. We need a defender, we need a holding midfielder, we need 2 wingers, and we need a striker. That's the bare minimum that we need in at Celtic to make this team better. If not, we're stagnant, to say the least. And Inamura has just had his arse ripped open. Scales tries to head the ball back the way, goes to the Ajax. Oh, for fuck's sake. I have no words. No words at all. Just I don't even know. I had scheduled a reaction video after this, and fucking Scales, my name's Scales. This is bad. This is a tanking. This is a European Champions League qualifier level game. And if this is what we're going into the Champions League qualifier with, we're playing on a Thursday night this year. And if the unthinkable happens and that lot across the city qualify for the Champions League, they will get £40 million cash into their bank this season. And that's unthinkable for that to be allowed to happen. Luke McCowan gets the ball and it goes out allegedly by... I am scunnered. How their players are getting the room to have shots from the edge of the box when we as a club maybe deliberately get the wall out, not a chance. No, this isn't deliberate. This is the standard of our players. This is not deliberate. It is the standard of our players. Now you're listening, says Anthony Flynn. Scales should have handed that out for a corner. Kasper looked like slow motion. Yep. Only shows the board that some serious signing needs to be made. It's embarrassing. I don't think that Brendan set out for us to get humped. It's the standard of the player. It's the quality of the player on show. I mean, I would say on the parks just now, the best player that we've got is Paulo Bernardo. That's just my opinion. As Luke McCowan passes the ball to an Ajax player. I mean, Luke McCowan's got belief, he's got fight, he's got all the things, the attributes that you want in a player. but he's not got the passing range and passing accuracy that you need in the Champions League. And as they target the right back position and here they're in the box on the edge of the box, and luckily that James Forrest back defending. This is embarrassing. Oh my God. That was nearly a sixth. Oh. Dad, you brought me all that. There's Ali Johnstown. There's Stephen Welsh. Holy fucking holy shit. Stephen Welsh is in Como. Oh my God, don't tell me Stephen Welsh is going to get some game time the next game. That's that. If Stephen Welsh is on the bench and he's going to get some game time the next game, I think we should just like say cheerio. I think that's it. If Stephen Welsh is the saviour of our defence, this is the hardest live I've ever had to do. Look at Brendan Rodgers. He's like, I'm getting fucking humped here. Scales has the ball. James Forrest, 180-year-old James Forrest gets fouled. I mean, James Forrest is about twice the age of some of these players that are on for Ajax. Oh, look at that wee cuddle. Oh, how sweet. Fucking just watch the football. The cameraman are getting right at. They're trying. I think the cameraman thinks he's at a Coldplay concert. I think the cameraman tonight thinks he's at a Coldplay concert, and he's trying to catch out some naughtiness going on. Right, Arnie Engels with a free kick, and the keeper punches it away, and it comes to nothing. Ball goes out for a throw-in. Celtic throw-in. And the referee slows the game down. Surprise, surprise. Oh, there's an Ajax player decided to go down. Very good, son. Oh, he twisted his ankle. Oh, that's a nasty one. Oh my God. Marco Tilio. That's it. Got it. Marco Tilio's coming on. That's not. Marco Tilio's on the pitch. Brendan Rodgers is now having a laugh. Brendan Rodgers is just going, fuck it. Throw the kitchen sink at it. Marco. Get on that pitch. Marco Tilio has entered the field of play with 1 minute to go. Oh my God. I have no idea. This is just unbelievable, isn't it? It's just unbelievable. What we've witnessed tonight has just been dire. Absolutely dire. I've never known such a poor performance in the Champions League, and fucking, it's not even the Champions League. It feels like a Champions League defeat. It does feel like a Champions League defeat. Ajax are a better team. Yeah, they are. They're a way better team, unfortunately. I mean, this has just been absolutely terrible to watch tonight, and I feel for Celtic fans that, thank you, Tobis, Ajax is a better team than this ass team. Thank you, Tobis, for your €2.49 super chat. Celtic are woeful. Game over. Brendan Rodgers and the backroom staff shake hands. But it tells its own story. Finishing Ajax 5. Ajax 5. Celtic 1. Paz get a volley, don't you? It's pre-season, says Boyfoot. Ben, did you watch that game, mate? I am going to jump on another live, so make sure that you join us for that. Let me just get the video up here. Lives. Full-time reaction. If you want to jump onto the full-time reaction video, you can jump on that here. And it's done and dusted. It's over. Unbelievable. I've been sober for 2.5 years. I'm now going for a pint, says Brian. Yeah. I'll see you in the aftermath. In the aftermath video that's coming up in just a minute. Unbelievable.